Hi guys, today we're going to go through the last portion of my Teddy Bees collection, my Teddy Bees collection part 3. It consists of 2 bins, it's a good amount, it's a lot of the most recent pre-order stuff along with some older stuff you'll see. But after this, we'll be all done with the collection. So we'll start with Blueberries and Autumn Spice. It's toasted pecans, brown sugar, blueberries, autumn spices, and buttery pastries. In this one, I mostly get autumn spices and toasted pecans. It smells like the nuts, which are the pecans, with a lot of spices wrapped up in them, maybe a little bit of the pastries. I don't get very much blueberry in this blend at all, maybe just a hint of blueberry. We'll see if more comes out on warm. Next we have Enchanted. It's white florals, sugared sandalwood, sparkling citrus notes, warm amber, and creamy tonka. To me, this smells a lot like Dolce & Gabbana's light blue feminine perfume. That perfume is white florals and citrus, and it's perfume I wear all the time in the summer. I love it a lot. To me, this smells like a sweetened up, solar, warmer version of that scent. The amber kind of warms the base, adding like the sun notes to it, and it is a little bit sweeter than that perfume. But the white florals and the citrus make this an amazing scent for like spring, summer. I think you could pop this in when you didn't know what else you wanted to melt that day, and it would smell good all around your whole house. It's not too heavy because the white florals and the citrus are really light notes. They're not too heavy in the air. The citrus kind of cuts the white florals, so they're not too headache inducing. And it's a really light, pretty, feminine scent. Sweet November, warm pumpkin, earthy amber, aged wood, sweet vanilla, hints of plum and cranberry, soft spices, and baked cookies. Let's see if we can get some sparkles here. This one definitely smells like fall to me. I think the name Sweet November is so appropriate. It's an amazing fall scent, but it's not Halloween like Coven or Whipstaff Manor. It's just fall. It's not as dark as the Halloween scents. This is like a perfect everyday fall scent, not as deep or dark as like the nighttime or dead of winter scents, but still fall for sure. It kind of smells like when you're at the store during fall and you're kind of getting some of those like craft store fall spices in the store around you. And I don't say that as a bad thing, comparing it to craft store spices. I just think that's what it smells like. Like it brings up a memory to me of like you're in the mall with your friends. You smell kind of some of those craft store spices because you guys are shopping in there maybe in October or November, and you know the Starbucks is in that Target with you or whatever, and you're getting a lot of the pastries wafting over from the coffee place while kind of smelling those fall spices in the background. That's what it smells like to me, and it really is like a scent memory of being with your friends or being out and about during fall time. Glazed. Smooth vanilla cream, nutty almond, hints of creamed butter and sugar, light spice, caramel with notes of ambrette. To me, this one, I initially compared it to Bakery and Liss because of what it is, a bakery scent with some perfumey leaning notes, or as Tiffany called it, a pretty bakery. But she actually told me that it doesn't share any notes with Bakery and Liss. She said that this shares the same some of the notes in this are the same as One Oak, and now having smelled One Oak really recently since I just filmed that part of my collection, I can smell it like exactly spot on. Like I can smell the One Oak in this scent, and they definitely do share like that same creamy, nutty bakery base. And that's what this one smells like to me. It smells like that base from One Oak that is nutty, creamy. It almost reminds me of like Sol de Janeiro 71, like the macadamia nut creaminess, but in this case it's almond, buttered pastry. But the hint of ambrette in this, ambrette is normally like a perfume note, that's just a warm note, turns this just tiny bit like body care leaning with the warmth. So it's not a true edible bakery, it's like a perfumey, pretty bakery. These are my vanilla cream and sweetbreads. It is warm sweetbread, granulated sugar, vanilla milk, and sweet cream. I got 2 tubs of this because this one is such a special scent memory to me. This smells exactly like, reminds me of my grandma. When I was a child, my grandma took care of me. She took me when my parents worked before I went to kindergarten, so I would see her every single day, and then up until I was 11 or 12, she took me in the summer times when my parents had to work, so she was like my daycare. So I'm really close to my grandma because I spent every day of the work week with her from when I was like born until I was 5 years old, and then I still spent my summers with her Monday through Friday up until I was almost a teenager. And she's Vietnamese, so they have a lot of influence in their food from French culture when Vietnam was colonized by France in the past. And so she eats a lot of like French baguette, and she would always feed me French baguette with condensed milk on top of it, and I still eat it as a special treat to this day, and I love it so much. And it reminds me of always being at her house as a kid and her serving me that French baguette with condensed milk on it. And that's what this scent smells like. It smells like that crunchy baguette bread, a true edible bread. The scent is completely edible, like pure bakery with that sweet, sweet milk on top. Unfortunately, this order that I got all of these, or a lot of these tubs in, was the first and only order I've ever gotten from Teddy Bees where a ton of the tub lids were cracked, which was really sucky because the tubs are so pretty without cracked lids. But luckily it has never happened to me any other time, and it hasn't happened to me in the order since. This one is the vanillas. It's sensual vanilla, vanilla custard, ambrette, sandalwood, sugar crystals, sensual musk, hints of elegant florals, pralines, and pink pepper. This one is like the ultimate sweet vanilla perfume. I think this one's really popular. It's coming back in the next pre-order, so I might melt some of it to see if I want some more. But like, I would wear this scent every single day. This would be like a daily perfume, a signature scent, because it is the most perfect vanilla perfume ever. It's sweet, it's nice, rounded out vanilla. All of those scents you get in there, you don't smell pink pepper, you don't smell pralines. It just comes together to make a nice, true body care vanilla. So if you're a vanilla lover, you should definitely get this. It is the most perfect vanilla body care there is created. This is the Watchers, true oud wood, warm vanilla, moss-filled oak trees, hints of balsam and fresh air, with a background of fireside marshmallows. To me, this is another true tree wooded scent. It'll be with the others in Tiffany's collection, like God's Woods, like the North, like Pacific Northwest Winter, where it smells like woods. This one is definitely less smoky than the North, a little less green fir needle than Pacific Northwest Winter, but it's definitely woods. Like, you get all those woods, the balsam, the oud, the moss, and it just creates this wooded scent. Fuzzy socks, warm woods, cashmere socks, and marshmallow fireside. This one is definitely like a cashmere heavy blend. I love cashmere blends because they come across really warm and comforting. And this is super cashmere heavy. The warm woods just adds like a warm depth, and the marshmallow fireside just keeps it sweet. It's this sweet, just warm, fuzzy cashmere, just like fuzzy socks. I heart vanilla cashmere, creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallow and magnolias, which is Boardwalk marshmallow clouds. That's I heart vanilla, and then plus cashmere cream. This blend is like really close to fuzzy socks, which we just did, but way more vanilla heavy. Since this is an I heart vanilla blend, 70%, 80% of the blend I'm getting is that I heart vanilla, a really nice creamy vanilla, and then I get just a little bit of cashmere mixed in with it. Where fuzzy socks is super cashmere heavy, it's like you took some of fuzzy socks and just threw it into I heart vanilla cashmere. I heart vanilla frosted cranberry. It's the I heart vanilla blend plus tart cranberries, blonde woods, a hint of apple, and frost. I definitely do get a little bit of tartness of the cranberry, and I definitely also do smell the apple and maybe a little bit of blonde woods, which kind of smells like oak a little bit. I get that with a really nice creamy base, so it's kind of like a nice apple, cranberry, vanilla. I've got a couple samples, but of blends that I already have. Winds of Winter, sparkling tea, vanilla sugar, white florals, white oak, cashmere, and hints of winter woods. This one to me reminds me kind of a white tea blend. It doesn't say what type of tea sparkling tea is, but it reminds me of white tea in this blend. And to me, white tea is a very calming scent, and it's also very like classy. Like it reminds me of a lot of hotel scents when there's white tea and stuff like that. But this is that calming upscale white tea blended with woods. Like that's what I get. I get the oak and the woods with that white tea, making it a really refreshing wood scent, if that's possible. So it's not like dark winter woods, it's not heavy, it's actually this very light feeling wood scent. I think it's a really great alternative because most wood scents are heavy and dark fall winter feeling. This really feels like an uplifting forest or wood scent, almost like woods on a chilly cold day, but one of those cold days where it's brisk out but the sun is shining and it's very clear in the sky. It's like that day in the woods. Old World Apothecary, dark cypress, fallen leaves, charred firewood, mulled citrus, amber, fallen snow, balsam, hints of warm spice, and vanilla. I think this one does fit the name in a sense. Like I could imagine this is what an Old World Apothecary smells like. But if it wasn't named this, I would say that this is a woods scent. I mostly get the cypress with a little bit of the balsam. I really love that cypress note, so this is one of my favorite wood scents because it's a cypress-led wood scent versus a fir or a pine. I get that woods. I definitely get a little bit of firewood or smokiness. Sorry, my cat is playing. I definitely get that woods with a little bit of smokiness or firewood. So it reminds me of being like near a fireplace with woods. This one just has a little bit of warm spices mixed in with it. So instead of being a plain deep wood scent, it's a wood scent with some spices. Lavender Trees and Cream, a blend of fresh pine boughs, vanilla sugar waffle cone, rich vanilla buttercream, and Tiff's favorite lavender. So this is Christmas Trees and Cream, but plus Tiff's favorite lavender. I do get a hint of the lavender in there, but this is definitely a predominantly Christmas Trees and Cream scent. I'd say it's almost like 85% the same as Christmas Trees and Cream, just with hints of lavender in it. I Heart Vanilla Roasted Pine Cones. It's the I Heart Vanilla and plus roasted pine cones. This one I thought would smell really good with that base of vanilla, and it does, but this is predominantly roasted pine cones, which is like a single scent oil. So it almost smells close to exactly the same as the pure roasted pine cones single scent oil, because it is so predominantly taking over the blend, just mellowed out with some vanilla. But if you love roasted pine cones, like that is your favorite single scent oil out there, you're gonna love this because it's very close. Marshmallow Woods, cold milk, marshmallow, mahogany, and tonka bean. This one is the commodity milk perfume dupe, and it's a very lactonic, creamy woods, and there definitely is some type of spice in there, which isn't cinnamon. The same exact thing with the perfume is that since it's called milk, people always expect it to be a pure creamy lactonic scent. And really it's not. What this is a wood scent with a lot of creamy lactonic notes and a little bit of like some sort of spice in there with the woods. I personally think on cold, this wax smells creamier than the perfume itself, because this has more of a really lactonic edge in with the little bit of spiced woods. But on warm, it might end up being like the perfume and be predominantly a spiced woods with some creamy lactonic notes. But just like with the perfume, the name can be deceiving. The mahogany is not that strong mahogany woods that's Bath & Body Works type, because it's just not that type. It's just a mahogany note that's part of the perfume. I really enjoy the scent. It's really popular. I wear this scent as perfume. I have dupes of the scent. I think it's an amazing, nice scent for like fall, winter. It's warm, it's sensual, it's sweet, it's all of those things. Here I have a Cuddle Up in Cashmere, which I also have a tub of that I've talked about in these videos. I have a second Sugar Chestnuts and Apple Butter. This one has a busted lid. It's milk cookies plus beach treats plus Boardwalk Balsam. So it's vanilla balsam, Boardwalk marshmallow, mixed with milk and cookies and beach treats. In this one, I predominantly get the Boardwalk balsam and I get the beach treats. So it's like a beach treats balsam scent. I don't get a whole lot of milk and cookies in this, at least on cold. It's really just that tree beach treats blend. Autumnal Dream, warm cedar, oak trees, dried berries, carrot, vanilla sandalwood, balsam, creamy cardamom, fresh pine, and guaiac wood. And to me, this also smells like a tree type scent, but this scent doesn't smell like a green evergreen tree, and it doesn't smell like a white winter tree such as birch. It really smells like a warm tree like cedar, like oak, which are kind of the summer trees, but it feels like those trees in autumn as they were warm and full of life for summer, and now they're slowly starting to like die off their leaves and kind of dry out for fall. It's exactly smells like a tree, like going through that change in fall time. Winter Farmhouse, sugarcane, rosemary, blue spruce, teakwood, sweet mint, palo santo, and light florals. You can see this is probably like my favorite Teddy Bee scent. It is the Teddy Bee scent I've had the most of before and have the most of now. And I love it because it evokes the time and place that it's named after. It smells like you're on a farm, in a farmhouse. It's winter out. You get that cold air outside. You're warm inside your farmhouse inside. It's a great ambiance in there. It takes me to that place. Like that's what it really smells like to me. It takes me to that place out on the farm. Maybe I'm standing in the doorway of my warm, beautiful farmhouse, looking out at the cold, frigid air, looking at my fields stretching for miles all around that are settling in with like icy condensate as the winter's coming in. There's just no way to explain it but that. It's not too herbal. You don't get mint. It's not a mint scent. It's not a floral scent. All of these notes come together to make this scene, and it's so beautiful to me. And I just love feeling like I'm there. And that's why I always want to melt this scent. It's so comforting to me. Troy, it's lush fig, cassis, water lily, creamy sandalwood, Madagascar vanilla, skin musk, and sheer patchouli. And it's for Tiffany's dad. So this is a dupe for Fleur's Father Figure perfume. It's a very clean body care scent. It could be worn year round to me, and I think truly it's unisex. It is not feminine, it is not masculine. It could be worn by anyone all year round. I know this is dedicated to Tiffany's dad, and the scent is called Father Figure, but it's actually worn by tons of women wear this scent in that perfume. It's really unisex, and it's just this clean extension of your skin scent. The cassis, water lily, the fig, it kind of creates a skin but better scent, which is what Fleur is kind of known for in their perfumery, is creating an extension of your skin. Like they have Soft Spot and Gone Baby Gone. Oh wait, that's the wax name for that perfume dupe. But they're all like extensions of your skin, and this one's clean all year round. Will make an amazing throughout the house scent for any occasion, any time of year, anytime. It's perfect for that. Old Fashioned, candied ginger, warm cinnamon, buttery cream, molasses, burnt sugar, toasted vanilla bean, spiced rum, powdered sugar, and baked dough. To me, this is an edible true bakery, and it is a spot-on dupe for a real molasses cookie. If you've ever had molasses cookies, they have that nice, deep, rich, spiced molasses scent, and they're sweet like a cookie, and this smells exactly like a real-life molasses cookies under your nose. Tobacco and smoked spruce, tobacco leaves, amber spice, fireside marshmallows, and deep smoky evergreens. This one smells like a lot of scents that Tiffany's really popular with, so I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger hit than it was. I would say this is actually not a pure wood scent, surprisingly. It has a good amount of the tobacco and amber with the tree scent, kind of the mix of the tree and the warm amber and tobacco makes this a masculine leaning scent for me. And I could see this smelling like a sturdy man who smokes tobacco and smells of the trees. White woods and bonfires. White oak, cashmere, soft woods, vanilla, and bonfire bliss. This is actually a vanilla heavy blend. Oak, which is like the calmest or least aggressive tree scent note. No hint of evergreen. Oak is a really like blendable, smooth tree scent. With that cozy cashmere, you definitely get the cashmere in the blend. I don't get a whole lot of smokiness. To me, this is a very vanilla heavy blend with little bits of tree and cashmere swirled together. It makes this really cozy, like a beautiful winter vanilla. Little shop on the corner, fresh cut spruce, black tea leaves, toasted fig, sweet pine cones, spiced winter fruits, vanilla, warm cedar, hints of nutmeg and tonka. I also did get a souffle of this one because I wanted more. I really love this one. To me, it smells like tea leaves with the fig and the winter fruits with some tree scent in the background. It really smells like there's an old, like you're in old time, like maybe like the olden days. There's a nice little dinky tea shop on the corner with the bell that dings when you walk in. And there's tea leaves and like dried fruit smells in there. And when you walk in out of your forested small town, you get a little breeze with all that smell of trees in it coming in, mixing with that smell of the tea store. Ladylike, jasmine, vanilla orchid, sweet mandarin, glowing amber, and velvety sandalwood. I think because of the mandarin note in this, it reminds me a little bit of Anything But Basic, but where Anything But Basic is like a super punchy, fruity, feminine scent, this is like the subdued older sister of Anything But Basic. There's really nice light florals that mix with that sweet, fruity mandarin. Amber just warms the whole thing up, so it is a fruity, floral, feminine body care scent. This one would be great for spring or summer, but honestly could be used like year round in the bedroom. I think I like Enchanted a little bit more. I got them together in comparison because that one is really exuberantly spring, summer, white floral, citrus. It's fresher. This is more just like a basic feminine perfume scent. Like it would be the most popular feminine perfume, but it's the one that you smell all the time, if that makes sense. But in that way, it's like really classic and it could be used all the time. You wouldn't have to be in any particular type of mood to enjoy it. Witches Be Crazy for strawberry pretzels. It's the Witches Be Crazy blend, birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla with the strawberry pretzels, which is strawberry pound cake, strawberry frosting, and soft pretzels. To me, I don't get a whole ton of pretzel in this, but I think because the pecan waffle is almost a very similar scent oil, like there's a lot of similarities, the pretzel is just blending in with that pecan waffle and the Witches Be Crazy, just making it an amped up version of Witches Be Crazy. But when I ordered this scent, I imagined it would be like many strawberry pretzel scents where there's a macerated strawberry with the pretzel. And when I smelled it, I was really surprised because it wasn't that. And I guess I shouldn't have been surprised because of the notes, but I was pleased in a good way because I really dig it. It's not macerated strawberry. It's actually truly like a creamy strawberry frosting. Like not like lifelike fresh strawberry frosting, kind of like the type of strawberry frosting you find on like Pocky sticks or something, if you've ever smelled those, or in like candy frosting dipstick containers. It smells like a fake artificial strawberry frosting, but like I love that in the best way. Once I sniffed it, I couldn't get enough. Like now I'm wishing I ordered more. Like I want to eat it. Like I love the strawberry frosting, those things. And I love that this has that because there's not very many pretzel strawberry blends that have that type of strawberry frosting note. So I love the twist with it. So we already discussed Fleur Bloom in one of my other collection videos, but I was able to get another tub in a D-stash, so I'm so happy about that. And the scent notes are cashmere cream, tobacco flower, and Palo Santo. So you can look in my other video about this one. Same exact scenario with Evangeline. We covered that in another video, but I was able to get a full another tub in D-stash. This one is a beautiful southern spring scent. Mossy oak trees, wild poppies, citrus, sandalwood, southern breezes, and warm amber. Here we have white pumpkin and birch. It's a white pumpkin, warm spices, sandalwood, amber, vanilla, birch, and cedar. You get a lot of warm fall spices in this one, almost leaning like Michael's, or when you go to the home goods store to get decorations, kind of fall spices like that. Very strong in this one with some birch and pumpkin in the background. And Evil Eye, toasted oak, dark plum nectar, woody incense, notes of coriander, jasmine, and sandalwood. This one really reminds me of fall wooded scents, like almost like when you're in the home goods store, there's that initial fall spice scent you smell with the decorations, but this is when you're over by like the pieces of wood, like a lot of toasted oak, woody incense. I get the plum, a very nice wooded scent. Like this scent is very woody based, but definitely fall woods with the plum and the coriander. Team Apple. This is apples, vanilla frosting, sweet sugar cookies blended with our sugar and spice. To me, this smells exactly like if you're making an apple crumble and you laid out your still raw apples in the pan, but you've like coated them with crumbles and all your spices because you're getting ready to put them in the oven to cook. That's exactly what this smells like to me. I don't get a whole lot of frosting, but I definitely get like apples and those spices. Nutcracker Sweet. I've covered this one already, but this is my second one in my collection. Same with Jon Snow. Here's my second Jon Snow. I do have a souffle of cinnamon pretzel cookie cake, but we'll go over that in my tubs because I have a tub of it as well. This one is Ghosts of Christmas Past. It's pine branches, tree bark, winter air, hints of dried berries, sandalwood, and smoked vanilla. This one is like a type of Christmas scent, but honestly, it's not too Christmassy. I think you could melt this all winter long. It has some of the pine branch and tree smell in it, but unlike a lot of other scents of Tiffany's that have like dark woods or super strong fresh pine or fir needles, this one kind of smells like if you had a dried like fir or pine or a dried evergreen wreath above your door or something, where the smell's mostly faded because it's dried and it's changed a little bit from that fresh cut evergreen pine needle smell. But it smells like that, and the smoked vanilla and winter air kind of in there, just adding the ambiance of Christmassy time. Oak Cider plus Woods. It's warm mulled cider, cedar, oak, vanilla, toasted marshmallow, pine cones, and smoked woods. This one definitely has an apple cider scent present. It's a true apple cider with like mulled spices in it. Not sweetened by like caramel, like Cider Lane's like a caramel apple cider. This is more a true mulled cider with spices, but it has a lot of the cedar and oak wood notes in it. Definitely those type of trees, no evergreen. And I'd say the wood smell in it is predominant, and the cider kind of just complements that woody smell. Fall in Love. Warm autumn spices, fresh pumpkin rind, charred marshmallows, cedar wood, and pine trees. Even though this one's called Fall in Love, to me, I swear I have smelled this scent before in like a Bath and Body Works Christmas candle. To me, this scent really smells Christmas, and I know I've smelled this scent before somewhere in Bath and Body Works, but I can't for the life of me figure out what scent it is, and I've heard no one else say that it smells like that, so I don't know why it's only me that thinks it smells like a Bath and Body Works scent. But this one smells Christmassy to me because to me the cedar wood and pine trees are definitely predominant in this, and it's tree forward the scent is, but the autumn spices and marshmallow kind of just add that spiced festive feel of like Christmas holiday festivities or fall time. And I don't really specifically get pumpkin rind in this, but maybe it's just part of the mix. Vanilla chai plus spiced sugar cookies, toasted vanilla bean, roasted marshmallows, cardamom, candied ginger, and spiced sugar cookies. This one I definitely get chai in, but I definitely get a ton of vanilla. The chai in this one is super tempered down by all the vanilla. It's really like vanilla heavy scent. Chai is normally super strong and spicy, but in this it's just a hint of the chai spiciness, and it's really like drowned out by all the vanilla added in the cookies. So it'd be really good for someone that's sensitive to like how spicy chai is with those tea spices, and be like an intro to chai scent. Cotton candy, sweet as gold, whipped vanilla, strawberry shortcake, marshmallow fluff, vanilla cotton candy, orange blossom, caramelized sugar, and rich icing. This scent is super sweet. I think some people didn't like it because of how sweet it was. And to me, I would describe this as a berry cotton candy, where spun sugar, I think, is more of a true cotton candy. You know, there's like berry cotton candy scent oils out there. This is like a berry cotton candy because you do get like a fluffy cotton candy type feel, but the orange blossom and the strawberry in it really come through, so it's like a fruity cotton candy. It's not too bakery to me, like I don't get a lot of cake or icing. It's really just a berry leaning cotton candy. First we do the coffee: gingerbread spice, glazed oatmeal cookies, French vanilla cappuccino, and cool creamy eggnog. I am a horrible judge of coffee scents, so I'm probably the worst for those if you like coffee, because I'm really sensitive to like how bitter coffee smells to me. Most coffees come off pretty bitter. On warm, they're better, and I do melt coffee scents, but they have to be with a ton of bakery for them to be doable for me. And in this one, along with like Coffee Snob, all I smell is the bitter coffee, so I can't really smell anything else because your nose kind of picks up what you're sensitive to. The Realm's Delight: dark cherries, caramelized brown sugar, saffron, hints of spice, gourmand vanilla, warm amber, and hints of Palo Santo. This one really reminds me of Tom Ford's like famous cherry perfume. It is a body care leaning dark cherry. It is a gourmand perfume, but it's definitely not edible bakery. The Palo Santo just deepens up the blend. You don't really get any wooded notes. You get kind of like a spiced dark body care leaning cherry. Witches Be Crazy for roasted pine cones: birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, a pinch of cinnamon spice vanilla, and roasted pine cones. This one is Witches Be Crazy heavy. It's predominantly the Witches Be Crazy, maybe like 60-40, like 60% Witches Be Crazy, 40% roasted pine cones. And it's definitely a bakery scent because Witches Be Crazy is a really good bakery. You get that strong hit of bakery, but somehow the roasted pine cones come up and meet and meld with that scent in actually a really delicious way. I would have never expected a scent with roasted pine cones being like almost half of it to be described as delicious, but I think it is. Like, this makes a really great edible bakery pine cone scent. It's so hard to explain, but it's actually really good. Vintage: cypress and fir needles, plum, fig leaves, cinnamon, cedar, with hints of smoldering woods. I actually love this scent. I think it's one of my favorite Christmas scents that Tiffany makes. I'm not big for regular Christmas scents because I don't love green tree scents, but somehow I actually really do love cypress. It's weird because I've heard people say they don't care for cypress themselves, but I, as someone that doesn't like green fir pine notes, actually really prefer cypress. There is something about it that could be kind of sharp, I think, but it's in a way I enjoy. It still smells like a green element tree, but it's just not as irritating to me. And this one is heavy on the cypress for sure, and the other woods in there, the cedar and the cypress, and the fig kind of just blends in with those, accenting those notes and rounding them out. I don't get a whole lot of cinnamon or plum. I just get a lot of cypress woods with maybe some fig complementing. October Lane: warm sugar cookies, pecan waffles, leaves, fireside marshmallows, and Palo Santo. This one's definitely a bakery scent to me, but rounded out with the leaves and Palo. I get that pecan waffles in there because that's such a strong note with the cookies. I definitely pick out that note in there. And then it's like Bath and Body Works style kind of leaves in there complementing the pecan notes. I think the Palo Santo just makes it deeper, but with like leaves and pecan waffles, it's just like a classic fall scent. Spiced nog plus sugared snickerdoodles, vanilla spiced eggnog, snickerdoodles, buttery dough, and warm cinnamon croissants. To be honest, this one smells just exactly like the name. It comes across as an eggnog bakery to me, edible. And I smell eggnog and literally like a spiced snickerdoodle cookie. Smoky vanilla plus Cranberry Woods. Baked vanilla butter cake with slightly caramelized edges. Toasted marshmallow, chestnut, smoky woods, vanilla, red berries, which is the By the Fireplace perfume dupe, and Cranberry Woods type. So this is By the Fireplace with Cranberry Woods and baked vanilla butter cake. So I definitely get the By the Fireplace in there. It's kind of swirled together with Cranberry Woods on cold. I find that bakery notes don't come through as much in these blends on cold, but on warm they do. Melting Mr. Claus, which is cookies and Cranberry Woods. On cold, the Cranberry Woods was forward and there wasn't much cookie, but on warm it became a cookie forward scent with some cranberry. So I have a suspicion this one will do the same, and this one will become like an amazing cranberry bakery forward scent with the By the Fireplace just adding a little perfumey essence to it. Dracarius, warm cinnamon bark, fireside vanilla, vanilla balsam, cedarwood smoke, and hints of blackberry musk. This one was a huge hit in the pre-orders it came out in. Everyone bought it up. It's everyone's favorite right now. It was really surprising to me because I know a lot of people are sensitive to cinnamon, and this is a strong cinnamon scent. So I don't know if everyone just got in the mood for cinnamon now. Everyone's loving cinnamon. I'm down because I like cinnamon. I was just surprised. But this one is a really nice, warm, deep cinnamon. There's maybe a tiny hint of blackberry musk in the background, but it comes across as a really multi-dimensional, warm cinnamon, almost like a baking cinnamon, but it's a pretty aggressive cinnamon with some woods in the background, just like a warm cinnamon woods with a little bit of blackberry musk. But definitely not for the faint of heart if you don't like cinnamon. It really does come across multi-dimensional, warm, deep. So I can see why people really like it. During winter, this would be such like a warming scent, or even during fall, I think this would be a great fall scent. Really beautiful with the other fall spice scents you're melting, and really deep and comforting. Pink Moon, pink sugar, sweet lavender, the smell of rain, crushed apple blossoms, and bruised flowers. To me, this scent is kind of in a scent family with both Rainy Day and I Love You to the Moon and Back. They both just scream spring scents to me because they have a hint of almost like this tartness or this brightness in them, along with beautiful like spring feminine notes. In here, you do get a little bit of like tartness from the crushed apple blossoms. You get almost like a pinch of green apple. It's not a lavender scent. You don't get lavender on its own. You can't pick out the lavender in it. It's kind of like the lavender and bruised flowers and rain make this beautiful light floral spring scent with that crisp bite of green apple and all sweetened up with the pink sugar. Earth, the smell of fresh cut grass, raindrops, moisture, and dewy citrus. To me, this does not smell like mud or wet dirt per se, but to me this smells exactly like if you're gardening and you have slightly moist garden soil near you. It smells exactly like that fluffy garden soil you bought from the store because you're planting plants. I like it. I don't think I'd want to melt it every day, but it is really unique and I will definitely melt it. Milk, cookies, and Christmas. It's creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, buttered cookie dough, warm spices, sweet spruce, cinnamon, and clove. I love this scent a lot because of all the Christmas scents that Tiffany offers. Honestly, for me, when I smell this one, I think that smells like Christmas. So in particular, this scent really connects me to my Christmas memories. I have previously melted a souffle of this before. It had pretty good performance. I did not try it in my open concept, but it easily took care of my bedroom. So that's good. Like I don't have to worry about it in my bedroom at all. It powerhoused in there. I'm not sure if I would try in my open concept, but I might try it. It definitely has spruce in there. I think that's why I love this scent so much, because I really like spruce notes for tree notes. I get the spruce and I get that like spiced Christmas cookie note. It's really like 60% spiced Christmas cookie, 40% spruce. So they're definitely both present in the blend, but it reminds me of Christmas so much. Christmas cookies baking with that tree in the background. A Very Teddy's Halloween, sweet lavender, creamy marshmallows, and vanilla pumpkin spice. You definitely do get the pumpkin spice in here along with the lavender. It's really strange and unexplainable how those two go together so well, but they really do. I would have never guessed before smelling this scent, but it is like a pumpkin spiced lavender and they go together really well. I really enjoy it. Grown Woman, Stuff, Palo Santo, Orchid, Amber, and Smoked Vanilla. This one comes across as a really feminine perfume. The orchid and the amber really lean it feminine. You get some of that orchid notes. The Palo Santo and just deepens it, and the vanilla rounds it out. It's like a semi-deep orchid feminine perfume. Holiday Bake Sale, gingerbread cookies, butter cookies, sugar cookies, candied apples, and warm pie spices. This is definitely a bakery scent. To me, because the gingerbread cookies is so mixed in with so many other notes, it's not the prominent note. It kind of almost waters it down to what I recognize as almost like an oatmeal cookie to me. And I definitely do get a lot of pie spices in there, which maybe is kind of why like oatmeal cookies are spiced. So it comes across as like a spiced oatmeal cookie. There might be hints of apple in there, but it is not an apple predominant scent. It's nothing like when your Mac apple smacks you in the face. You could probably even think apples weren't in here maybe, but it really is just like a spiced oatmeal cookie at a bake sale, like it says. Ocean, Fresh Air and Crisp Ocean Breezes. I believe this one is a Downy Blue or like Downy Blue Unstoppables dupe. I can see a lot of people that don't like laundry love this scent, and I do like this scent. I see how it is not like a forward laundry scent like you would expect, because it's actually very aquatic. You get a lot of true aquatic scent in this, of like water, the ocean, but to me I can also see how it is a little bit laundry, not because it smells like laundry detergent or dryer sheets, because it does not, but it's aquatic ocean, almost in a little bit of a synthetic way, which reminds me that it's a fabric softener because of that edge of synthetic aquaticness, but it is really good. That's not a bad thing, it's just the way the scent leans. I think it's really good. It's really fresh, it's clean. It'd be great for any day when you want a fresh, clean scent. Vintage Flannel, Leaves Type, Sandalwood, Cedarwood, Dark Chocolate, Suede, Velvet Woods, Jasmine, and Musk. Predominantly in this one, I get kind of a chocolate orchid scent note. If you guys have smelled chocolate orchid, it's not a true edible chocolate. There's no true edible chocolate in this blend, but it's almost a chocolate leaning floral. I think because of all the florals with the jasmine in there, I get that jasmine mixing with that chocolate, and it's really coming off as like a chocolate orchid note or something really similar. I get a little bit of the leaves in there. The cedar wood, I think, kind of pulls it a little bit masculine. It's almost a little bit interesting because the jasmine is so feminine, but the cedar wood is a little masculine. It's a really unique scent. If you love chocolate orchid, you're probably gonna love this one. If you are really sensitive to florals, you might not like this one because it is a little bit floral predominant. It's a very, very unique scent. I can say that for sure. Surfside Holiday Shop. It is Surfside Sweet Shop, which is birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats. blended with creamy peppermint and a scent of Christmas trees. In this one, the Beach Nights is really toned down by that peppermint. In original Surfside Sweet Shop, the Beach Treats is really strong. In here, the peppermint really comes through the most strongly with the bakery. I don't get a whole lot of Christmas trees, so to me it comes off as a peppermint bakery if you like peppermint bakery scents. Stay spooky. Sweet cream, pumpkin pie spices, warm pie crust, Palo Santo, and hints of smoky bonfire embers. To me, this one is a predominantly bakery scent. To me, it smells like you have a pumpkin pie sliced right in front of you, and you just happen to be sitting next to your wood stove or your wood fireplace in your home. You get a little bit of that smoky. The Palo Santo gives you a little bit of the wood notes from that fireplace, but you're eating a big slice of pumpkin pie. Silent Night. It's Palo Santo, signature sugar cookies, and Beach Nights. This one is a really beautiful Beach Nights blend if you love Beach Nights. It's Beach Nights and sugar cookies for the most part. The Palo Santo kind of just deepens it a little bit. I feel like this scent would be good year round. If you can hear my cat, he's still really excited. You could use this scent year round because the Palo doesn't deepen it up too much, but it is just a really gorgeous sweet sugar cookie Beach Nights blend with that Palo in there. Creamy cashmere plus fireside marshmallows. It is cashmere cream, caramelized sugar, fire roasted marshmallows, hints of whipped vanilla, and sandalwood. This one is fireside marshmallows, which I kind of feel like is Tiffany's take on Marshmallow Fireside by Bath and Body Works, but really made even cozier, like a Marshmallow Fireside Plus, like an even better version. I love cashmere, so if you love cashmere, you love this one too. It's this sweet marshmallow, a really sweet, nice, beautiful marshmallow, close to Marshmallow Fireside, but not exact. Honestly, I like this version better than Marshmallow Fireside. It's sweet, it's beautiful, and you get a lot of the cashmere cream in there, making it really creamed out, cozy. You get that beautiful cashmere note. It's just like winter or fall when you want that sweet marshmallow note and you feel like you're wrapped in your cozy cashmere sweater. It's basically like comfort in a scent is what I think this scent is, so comfortable. Cinnamon pretzel cookie cake, soft pretzels covered in cinnamon and sugar, white cake, sugar cookies, and bakery dough. This is one of my favorite scents ever. As a pretzel junkie, I absolutely love this scent. This scent though, where in a lot of scents, you get some of that salty pretzel, which is what I'm absolutely addicted to. I love a salty pretzel, but this one has zero salty pretzel. This is a soft, doughy cinnamon sugar pretzel through and through. As you can obviously tell by the name, you get a lot of bakery cinnamon sugar, zero hot cinnamon sugar, purely cinnamon sugar, which is that type of literal sugar you get on desserts. You get some nice soft pretzel, and the white cake in there just sweetens it up and makes it even more like a dessert. This is such a good cinnamon sugar dessert if you crave that. War of the Five Kings. Marshmallow Fireside, cashmere cream, Palo Santo layered with milk cookies and beach treats. I know I have a souffle of this one that I covered in one of my other collection videos, but it has 5 of everyone's favorite scents. I mean, everyone loves cashmere, Palo, milk cookies, beach treats. It's a scent everyone will love. I heart vanilla spiced apples. I just purchased this scent in a tub in the pre-order we literally just had because this is an amazingly gorgeous scent. I'm gonna melt the rest of this souffle this fall for sure. I don't get too much clove in this scent personally, but I do get apples and cinnamon. Kind of like when you cover apples and cinnamon because you're getting ready to make a pie with them. I get apple cinnamon, and then with the I Heart Vanilla, it is like almost slightly body care leaning as a scent, but it's this beautiful creamy cinnamon apple vanilla body care leaning lovely scent. It's just gorgeous. You have to try it. Witchy Woman. It's warm flannel, blackberries, and boardwalk marshmallow clouds. This scent I know was like hyped up and loved on by Alexis, you know, here on YouTube. She really loves the scent, and that pre-order she was stoked because we got it back. I think she got a bunch of loaves. It is an amazing scent. Honestly, I love it. I have it in a tub and a souffle, which I think is like half gone, and then I had another souffle at one point, which is also gone. I personally love this scent because I feel like this scent is like me. Like, this is what I want to personally smell like in fall. Like, to me, it smells like a book girl in fall. And it's not a library scent. So I don't know why I say that. Besides for that, I think it's what I want to smell like, and I'm a book girl. But the warm flannel is in there. Flannel is an almost masculine leaning note, but the boardwalk marshmallow clouds and blackberries save this from being masculine and just make it like this deep fall-like almost note that flannel is, kind of like the Bath & Body Works flannel if you've smelt it, but way toned down by like a nice strong sweet blackberry. And the boardwalk marshmallow clouds is this beautiful floaty body care vanilla. So it's like a body care vanilla blackberry grounded by that flannel scent, which really makes it like fall time. And I love it. I can't even express like how pretty it really is. Antisocial Moms Club. This is exactly like the one Teddy B scent, I forget what it's called now, Mom Life, I think, where Mom Life is just plain oat milk centered scent, which is like a beautiful creamy oat milk. Antisocial Moms Club, I feel like, is like its sister scent, but for fall. It's like Mom Life fall version. It's like Mom Life fall version because instead of having just plain oat milk, it has pumpkin spiced chai with the cream and the vanilla foam. So like if Mom Life was your oat milk latte all year, pumpkin spiced chai oat milk latte, which is Antisocial Moms Club, is your fall drink. It's very similar where it has that really beautiful, amazing, yummy smelling, creamy milk scent. Like it has this creamy scent, I guess, from the heavy vanilla cream and vanilla foam. But this one has hints of like pumpkin spice and chai in it, making it like a little spicier version of just the simple creamy oat milk. Instead, this is pumpkin spice chai. Yeah, those are your drinks from Teddy B. So you can have your plain oat milk latte the rest of the year with Mom Life, and you can have Antisocial Moms Club in fall. Milk cookies plus eggnog. It's creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, butter cookie dough, which is the milk and cookies, but plus buttered rum eggnog. This past fall, I melted Witches Be Crazy for eggnog and Fall into Christmas as my like chosen eggnog scents, because I can only melt so many. But this upcoming Christmas, I'm gonna have to also melt milk cookies and eggnog and compare those all. This one is predominantly, you get that buttered rum eggnog scent oil that you smell around. You smell the buttered rum eggnog scent oil predominantly, but it does have this really pretty creamy bakery base to it, which is the milk and cookies, because her milk and cookies plain is just a very creamy cookie bakery. You kind of get that in the background of the buttered rum eggnog. Spiced acorn. This is the scent of nutty acorns blended with autumn spices. This is the Myers like cleaning spray. You know how you get the Myers cleaning sprays that are like the all natural cleaners? This is their acorn scent that they bring out in fall time. It's an exact dupe for it, so it smells exactly like it, but it smells nothing like a cleaning spray, and I've never actually smelled that. I would not have known, except for Tiffany said on the page it's a dupe for that scent, and people have said it smells exactly like it, and they love the scent of that. I was kind of blown away when I heard that, because I did not know that cleaner could smell like this, because it smells nothing like cleaner. It's a beautiful fall scent. I don't really know what acorn smells like, but to me I get like a slightly nutty or almost woody scent with just a bunch of nice autumn spices. The autumn spices in this are not like potpourri or grocery shopping at Michael's. It's not those spices. It's a lot more of like an earthy outdoors type autumn spice with that nutty woody acorn. All Hallows Eve, warm apple cider, vanilla fudge butter, buttery toffee, vanilla sugar, and warm cake, which is Cupcakes at Tiffany's. So it's warm apple cider plus Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This was just offered in the last pre-order, and I did not get more of it, not because I don't love this scent, but just because since it is a 2 scent oil blend, I could recreate it easily at a later time if I needed to, if I wanted it later from any vendor. And knowing I had this souffle still sitting in my collection from 2023, because I just have too much wax to literally melt. But smelling it now, it just remembers how good it is, and I'm tempted to get more in the RTS coming up. But when I first got this was a lot stronger on the apple cider, but it still had the Cupcakes at Tiffany's present. In time curing, the Cupcakes at Tiffany's is definitely predominant in this now, and you just get a little bit of that like acridness of the cider note, like a little bit of that apple cider note coming through. But the Cupcakes at Tiffany's is definitely really strong. I feel like Cupcakes at Tiffany's in general is a strong note, so this might be open concept worthy. I might be willing to try it in that, but it smells great and really has me thinking about the RTS after sniffing it again. The Riverlands, which is Palo Santo, Cool Mountain Air, Balsam, Patchouli, Crisp Melon, Cedar, Crunchy Leaves, and Sandalwood. And this is Breath of God from Lush with Palo Santo. It's a really nice, just like outdoor air smell, and it can be melted year round. Tiff's favorite bakery, it's blackberry jam, vanilla shortbread cookies, brown sugar, and waffle cone. This one is a blackberry jam bakery. I get the waffle cone the most with the blackberry jam. Smoked ginger snaps, it's a warm gingerbread spice, cardamom, charred wood, roasted pumpkin, and Tahitian vanilla. And to me, this one just smells like a hard gingerbread cookie with a little bit of pumpkin. Surfside Sweet Shop. This is birthday cake, marshmallow cream, butter cookies, cake batter, and beach treats. I used to think I liked cozy cookie cake more, but actually after melting, I like Surfside Sweet Shop the most out of the two. It's really strong on warm, like you can melt it in your open concept. And it's a really nice, rich vanilla bakery with really strong beach nights notes in with it. Cozy Cookie Cake is more like fall, winter, and Surfside Sweet Shop I think is like year-round, just nice, delicious bakery. White Woods and Smoky Belvedere. It's white oak, cashmere, soft woods, vanilla, Palo Santo, Belvedere, and sweet smoke. This one, you definitely get the oak woods and the Palo Santo all really meld together to make like a wood smell that's not pine or fir. It's just like oak, like tree that's not pine. And then the sweet smoke and cashmere kind of soften it, making it a little bit more cozy. And the smoke actually is sweet, so it really puts a sweet scent in with the woods. Morning Cup of Christmas. It's vanilla chai, cranberry chutney, apple marmalade, and hint of fresh pine. To me, this one is definitely a Christmas scent. You get the pine forward and then like a spiced cranberry note with it. Because of the spices, it really feels like warm, spiced drinks in the wintertime, and the cranberry and pine combo really reminds me of Christmas. Cider cookies. It's apples, cake donut, cinnamon, caramel, and sugar cookies. I know a lot of people absolutely love this one. To me, this is predominantly a bakery scent. You really get the cinnamon, caramel, and like donut, which makes this like a really nice, like rich bakery. But then you get a little hint of the apple, which just makes it lean like a little bit apple, or a slight pinch cidery feel to that like really rich, nice caramel cinnamon donut. Gingerbread ice cream cake. It's sweet buttercream layered between warm white cake and vanilla ice cream, topped with loads of gingerbread crumbs. Where ginger snap cookies, to me, smells like a hard gingerbread cookie. Gingerbread ice cream cake, the combination of the white cake with the gingerbread crumbs makes this feel like a soft gingerbread to me, with a lot of like frosting on it. If it was like a soft gingerbread cake with frosting. This is Vanilla Balsam and the Perfect Holiday. As you can see, it's like a layered souffle. I honestly love the layered scents. It's notes of the Perfect Holiday, which is fresh cut pine, cinnamon, sugar, and toasted marshmallow, and that layers on top, layered with balsam fir, frosted vanilla, and snow-capped pine needles, which is the vanilla balsam on the bottom. So bottom is just that muted balsam because it's mixed with a lot of vanilla, and the top has a little bit of that cinnamon, sugar, and marshmallow with pine, and together it makes this really nice like Christmas tree scent with just a little bit of marshmallow and cinnamon sugar. Nutcracker Sweet. It's sugary shortbread, cookies, yellow cake, brown sugar, and cinnamon butter. This one is such a delectable, rich bakery because it's really rich and like fulfilling and sugary. It's so bakery. Like when you have a sweet tooth, you want to melt this because it smells like a dessert you want to eat. I get a lot of the yellow cake, and then with like the cinnamon, sugar frosting is what it smells like. Cozy Lavender Cream. It's toasted vanilla, cashmere cream, and lavender marshmallow. Just another lavender vanilla is a lot more herbal lavender than this, and Tiff's favorite lavender is more coconut milk lavender than this. This is more of a true like lavender marshmallow, and salty lavender has the salty note. Vanilla plus stone fruit. It's central vanilla, tonka bean, red plums, caramelized sugar, and peach flesh. This is obviously really similar to I Heart Vanilla plus stone fruit. This one already has a really good amount of vanilla I'm getting in it. So the I Heart Vanilla is extremely vanilla heavy with just a hint of the fruits. This one is, you get the fruits like the plums and the peach stronger, but it still has a really nice creamy vanilla in there with it. Silver and Gold. This is central vanilla, sparkling amber, cashmere woods, toasted marshmallows, and pink lavender. This is a dupe for Bath & Body Works Fireside Flurries. If you smelled that in like body care, I have that body care and I like to wear it a lot. It's a really body care scent. It's a lot of like amber, vanilla, and it just has a slight hint of pink lavender in there. Browned butter and praline. A blend of praline candy, vanilla cream, toasted pecans, melted butter, and the slightest warmth of cinnamon in the background. This one, when it first came out, everyone was like putting on the page, they thought they got the wrong scent in their pour, but Tiffany said it is the right scent. It's actually just that it's really weird, like one of the oils in it on cold presents like cleaning product or like really fresh. But Tiffany promised on warm that it turns into an amazing like melted butter praline. So I'll have to see when I warm it. Winterfell. It's marshmallow fireside, Palo Santo, white birch, icy snow, and vanilla. This is one of my all-time favorite Teddy B scents, along with like winter farmhouse. This scent, I cannot explain it any other way than, to me, it smells exactly like when you're inside your warm house in the coldest middle of winter but outside it smells like the icy cold air with a hint of smoke from people's chimneys. But it gives you that exact same vibe, like it's cold outside, but you're cozy and warm hiding inside. And it smells like the very middle of the coldest winter. And I love that ambiance, like melting it during the middle of winter, cold winter nights, like when I'm reading, nothing makes me feel cozier than this scent. Cozy cookie cake, warm iced white cake, beach treats, marshmallow fireside, and signature sugar cookies. This one is really similar to Surfside Sweet Shop, except for, to me, the beach treats is a little bit toned down compared to Surfside Sweet Shop. And this one with the marshmallow fireside kind of brings in more of a cozy warmth to the vanilla bakery, making it a really good alternative to Surfside for the colder months. Mr. Claus, this one's Cranberry Woods, Frosted Circus Sugar Cookies, and Palo Santo. I've already melted a souffle of this, and on cold, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But it came across more Cranberry Woods heavy to me on cold with a little bit of the Palo Santo. But on warm, this one completely changed. On warm, the cookie really came out super strong, and it's with the cranberry just behind it, and it smelled to me exactly like cranberry macadamia nut cookies. Like, so it turned into this beautiful like cranberry bakery. Blueberry dump cake, fresh blueberries, crispy cake topping, and hints of warm spice and vanilla. This one comes more across a lot with the fresh blueberries. It's really strong blueberry. It's a tad artificial blueberry, but almost in the way of when you get like those dried blueberries from Costco and there's like sugar in them, even though they're dried, and it smells just slightly artificial, even though they are real blueberries. To me, it smells like that with bakery behind it, but there's not that prominent of spice. I have the rest of a loaf of toasted pistachio and tonka, which we saw in a tub earlier. Witches be crazy for zucchini bread, birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, a pinch of cinnamon spice vanilla. That's the witches be crazy. And then with zucchini bread. This one is a super rich, decadent bakery. You get the zucchini bread, you get the pecan waffle from the Witches Be Crazy. The Witches Be Crazy is already a really rich, thick, dense bakery. Zucchini bread also is a nice, dense bakery. So I feel like this would be a great, dense bakery whenever you're craving bakery year-round, but especially in like fall and winter when you want a really dense, sweet bakery. Cookies and cashmere. Sugar cookies, sugar cookie dough, cashmere cream, and vanilla birch. This is the OG cookies and cashmere. Now she has a lot of other blends that have cookies and cashmere blended with something. Sorry, you might hear my kitty in the background. He's so excited right now. This scent is a really cashmere heavy scent. I love cashmere as a note, so I think it's super good. But very heavy on the cashmere. You do get a little bit of birch, and it's really sweetened up with that sugar cookie dough note. So cozy for like fall and winter. This sweet, cozy cashmere, super cozy. I didn't get it when it was offered in the last pre-order, but only because I still have this tub of it here and I need to hurry up and melt it. It's over 2 years old, so I wanted to buy more, but it's kind of a rule, like I can't buy more anymore if I haven't melted it in 2 years. I Heart Vanilla Pear. It's I Heart Vanilla, which is creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallow magnolias, which is Boardwalk marshmallow clouds, blended with sweet pear and sugar nectar. This one is really good, you guys. I love the scent of it. That really light, creamy vanilla with a very fresh pear. It smells exactly like if you just picked a pear off the vine and the pear is ripe enough that it's sweet, but it's still crispy. It isn't mushy yet, if that makes sense. Like a crisp, fresh Bartlett pear with creamy vanilla. The scent is to die for, but I wish it did have a little stronger throw. I melted it in my bedroom and you could smell it. It smelled like a nice pear, but it just wasn't even super strong in my bedroom, and it would never stand a chance in my open concept. So I wish I could have the same scent but stronger. I probably wouldn't repurchase just based on performance, but it's a shame because the scent is very pretty, delicate, beautiful for spring. Sweet Summer Snuggles, Cotton Candy Clouds, Snuggles, and Salty Sea Air. This one I love a lot. I love it a lot, and I was trying to get it voted back into this pre-order so hard. It did make the polls, but it did not make it past the polls, so I was bummed. Honestly, for 2 pre-orders in a row, I've been trying to get this scent back, and it's not made it past the polls. It is really gorgeous. The Snuggle type is in there, which is like a laundry softener scent, so I can see why people who don't like laundry might not like it, but if you're a laundry lover, it's amazing. I did try these same exact scent notes from L3 I got in bunts since it wasn't offered again. I'll buy L3's version, but L3's version was heavier on the Snuggles detergent with like the cotton candy and salty sea air in the background. And the really nice thing about this blend is, to me, the cotton candy clouds and the Snuggles are 50-50 to each other. It's a really true blend of both cotton candy and Snuggles. So the Snuggles is not too strong, but it is present. But you really get the cotton candy in it like a lot. Like it's cotton candy and Snuggles. The salty sea air is just a little bit in the background. But it's so perfect for me for summer. I love it for summer, spring. I just melted it this spring. It's like clean, it's sweet. It's such like a happy girly mood. So I love this one, and I would love to see it back. The Usual Suspects. Blackberry jam, buttery shortbread cookies, toasted marshmallows on a campfire, and sweet strawberry pound cake. This one is a beautiful bakery. I'm honestly so surprised this one has not made a comeback yet. I don't know if a lot of people didn't get it in the pre-order it was offered in, or they just haven't melted it yet, because it's really good. And when I first got it, I was not as impressed, but in time, this has really developed. Now it is a really nice, like dense, delicious bakery. You really get like the blackberry jam, you get the shortbread cookies, you get marshmallow, you get strawberry pound cake. So it's a fruity bakery, but it's not fruit predominant with bakery in the background. It's like a nice, hefty, fruity bakery, which is like so nice. I love those like hefty, thicker feeling bakeries for when I'm craving bakery. But since it's fruity, the thing I love about this scent is it would be beautiful year round. Like, I mean, if you're a mood melter, you melt anything year round, but I'm seasonal. And for me, as a seasonal melter, this is still a year-round scent because there's enough fruity in it to make it a nice fruity bakery for spring or summer. But there's also just literally a touch of that like campfire toasted marshmallow, which is just like a little hint of that campfire smoky toastedness that it could lean fall and winter even. And the fact it is such a nice bakery, I could see myself melting this all year round, and I will melt it. I think this upcoming fall, I would melt it this summer, but I do have so many like punchy, fruity, bright, clean scents that I really only can melt in summer that I need to pack into summer. But I would truly melt this year round, and it's gorgeous. So I'm so surprised it hasn't come back yet. Hot pie. It's Palo Santo, sugar donuts, hint of chai, and a dash of pink chiffon. I swear we went over this scent when we got to my souffle of it. Order of the Maesters, antique wood shelves, leather-bound books, midnight plum, violets, and a touch of dust. This one falls in your normal library scent category, as I call it. It's a library scent. You get that like wood, leather, book smell that you get in all library scents. It's very nice, it's deep. There is some like plum or violet maybe just sprinkled in there that really add depth to the scent and roundness to the scent, but it is not a fruity scent by any means. It is a library scent. It's a beautifully done library scent. I think I will melt it this upcoming fall while I read in the fall time or winter, one of those. It is, if you like library scents, you'll love this one. It's a gorgeous one. Dark Desires. It is cashmere cream, blackberries, vanilla orchid, and cotton candy musk. This one was just offered in the last pre-order we just ordered from a few weeks ago. I did not pick it up at that time only because I have this whole tub here, but it's a beautiful scent. I'm really happy it did make a comeback for anyone that wanted it. It is, for those of you guys who love Salt Mountain Melts, if you know Salt Mountain Melts' scent Iridescent Clouds. She actually had it in a recent pre-order just this, I don't know, past spring or something. If you like Salt Mountain Melts Iridescent Clouds, this is the same exact scent. I noticed it's also a single oil, which is why it's the same exact scent. It's a single oil called Cashmere Clouds. You guys can look it up if you like. So Salt Mountain's Iridescent Clouds is Teddy B's Dark Desires. They have the same exact notes. It's a single oil Cashmere Clouds. This one is really pretty though. It is blackberry forward, a really pretty blackberry. The cashmere cream and the vanilla orchid in the background kind of cream out the blackberry and really give it this body care touch. There's no cotton candy in it, I think, but it's cotton candy musk, and it just adds the sweetness. It's a very sweet blackberry body care scent. That's gorgeous. Like, I would wear this in a perfume in spring or summer. Late Night Bake. Sweet lavender, sugar cookies, pink sugar with a background of Palo Santo. This one we also probably talked about when I did my souffle of it. This is my tub of it, so I have quite a bunch. Sweet whiskey and you. Warm amber, vanilla infused whiskey, warm pistachio, salted caramel, and sandalwood. This one, I'm not sure if it's ever going to come back. I'm really worried it will never come back because the pre-order it was in, nobody really talked about it during that pre-order, after that pre-order. Ever since then, I've only seen a couple people talk about it, and that's sad because it is a really good scent. It came out at the time of like Sweet Whiskey was out by Bath and Body Works, and I think this scent is reminiscent of that scent, but they're not the same. I don't know if it was used in this scent and Tiffany added more notes to it to expand on the scent profile, or if it's just a reminiscent scent of it, but not a dupe. But there's no like alcohol or amaretto note in this at all. There's no pistachio that I can tell either, but what it is a very warm, cozy, sweet amber. And people love the warm, cozy, sweet ambers now, especially with all the big vanilla scents we've been getting lately, like Marshmallow Moon and the vanillas. This is like a Marshmallow Moon or vanillas, but slightly more amber leaning than vanilla leaning. But I feel like at the time it was released, people weren't as into those type of just warm, beautiful scents yet. But now that the vanillas, Marshmallow Moon, etc. are all out in huge hits, I feel like it fits more in the genre of scents Tiffany's releasing today. And if it were to come out again today, I think it would be a huge hit. I think it was maybe like a little ahead of its time in for what was popular as a scent of its time, but it is beautiful. Like, I hope it does come back one day. In fact, I should add it to the poll for next pre-order and maybe it'll make forget-me-nots. Boudoir, pink sugar, Palo Santo, and sugar cookies. The tubs from this pre-order were just stunning. This scent is rather basic in its notes, but it's a classic, and honestly, it's Teddy B's, so somehow Tiffany made this just absolutely gorgeous and refined. It is what the notes say. It's a sweet scent from the pink sugar. The Palo Santo kind of comes in on the pink sugar in here and does make it like a deeper sensual scent. It kind of turns it sensual. It's not a pure bakery, obviously, from the Apollo and the pink sugar. I think the sugar cookies just add sweetness, and it's a very sensual, feminine, beautiful scent. Would be great for the bedrooms. Marshmallow Fireside is really the star note, and the pink sugar and Palo Santo are supporting that, making this really like sweet marshmallow fireside with just a little added depth of the Palo Santo, kind of like if Boudoir was like the grown woman's sister, maybe like hers is like the little sister of it, a lot more of a cozy scent, where Boudoir is like a sensual scent. Midnight Rosewood, Tonka Bean, Rosewood, Black Amber, Tea Petals, and Cedar. This one is a super sensual, feminine, like body care perfume scent. You get the Tonka Bean, you get a lot of the Black Amber, the Cedar. I think the Rosewood and the Tea Petals just almost give it this slightly floral, but it's not a floral, just more like this slightly perfumey edge, making it this beautiful, like feminine, like confident woman perfume. And it's really strong. A little piece will do you a ton for throw, so that's great. Cashmere plus apples, white cashmere woods, beach treats, notes of apples, and damp woods. This one is like a black horse. Like in the pre-order that this was in, I did order from it, but I didn't order the scent. And then later I got it in a D-stash, and I'm so glad I had a chance to sniff it. I did not expect it to be this good. And then on the page, I've seen some people post since then that they're hoarding their tubs of it for this fall and just hoarding it until it comes back again. And since I got to sniff it, I totally understand why. I would love for this scent to come back. It's extremely beautiful and unique. There's apple in it, which is similar to a Mac apple, but first off, it does not over-dominate the blend. And that's really saying something for a Mac apple, because that scent note normally dominates any blend it's in. And in this one, it doesn't. It is very evenly blended in with a ton of cozy cashmere. The beach treats isn't too noticeable in this. You know, I'm not a huge fan of beach treats, and I don't really notice it too much in this blend. It's more this beautiful, luxurious cashmere note, kind of like wraps the apple. That is just strong enough in this beautiful cashmere and apple blend. Before this, I've never seen this type of scent from any other vendor where the cashmere and apple play like this together. And since then, I have made an apple Earl Grey and cashmere blend from Lavender and Speckles in my customs. And someone also made like a spin-off scent from my custom base with some of those notes. And that's supposed to get like the same vibe, because I love that vibe so much. But I do think if Tiffany made this scent again with Earl Grey added, that would be amazing, because Tiffany's Earl Grey is astounding. So I'd love to see this come back, or a version with Earl Grey. It is stunning. Pumpkin cookie jar, oatmeal, brown sugar, vanilla, pumpkin, sugar cookies, and a hint of maple. I did melt the souffle of it this fall, and it had a good performance in my bedroom, was not subtle in my bedroom. It was like a medium in my bedroom, so I was happy with that in my bedroom, but it would not perform in my open concept at all, like not even a chance. So just because of that, I think I would not repurchase it. I see a lot of people wanting it back, but I'm just not that into it, because I want more scents I can smell in my open concept and melt in my open concept, not just my bedroom. So I was a little disappointed by that, but it is what it is. But it was a nice scent for the bedroom. And to me, it smelled like a really nice, true to life bakery oatmeal cookie with some pumpkin spices added into that. So oatmeal cookie with pumpkin spices, really nice true bakery scent. Spiced vanilla plus almond blossom. It's sensual vanilla, almond blossom, sweet cake with a hint of cinnamon sugar. I'm a little bit worried about this blend on cold. Oh, hello, mister. I'm a little bit worried about this blend on cold, just because it does smell a bit light. I should melt it before I judge, but even after all this time, it is still a bit light on cold. It does smell like a nice spiced vanilla, kind of like cinnamon spiced vanilla or whatever from Bath and Body Works. But the almond blossom in this is really unique and makes me love it a lot more than that. Hot pie plus apple. This is hot pie like we talked about earlier. Palo Santo, sugar, donuts, hint of chai, dash of pink chiffon, but blended with juicy apples. I do have 2 of these. I just have one in the shot right now. This one is really good. Honestly, I might like this version better than regular hot pie, but I'm not sure because honestly, I think they're very different. Where some of Tiffany's scents, like I personally think all of her cookies and cashmere scents in their iterations have like 80% the same DNA, which makes them all so similar. I kind of don't need them all. I can't say the same for this one. The addition of the apple in this really does make this a distinctly different scent than hot pie, like where it's worth having both. The apple, it's quite strong in this. And the only other notes that really stand up to the apple in this is the chai notes are very strongly present with it, with maybe a little of the palo. The bakery just kind of like sinks to the background and it becomes this like apple chai with a hint of palo. It's a beautiful scent though. Like I love an apple chai, so it's working for me. I think that this scent would be beautiful in fall, like an apple chai, but something about the apple mixed with those chai spices also speaks like Christmas time to me. Like I almost chose to melt this scent this past Christmas, but then focused on more true Christmas scents, but I still feel like a Christmas vibe from this as well as a fall vibe. That, and I'm sure with this apple note in here, this will be a strong thrower. I would venture to melt this in my open concept. London Fog, Earl Grey tea, lavender milk with a hint of Boardwalk marshmallow clouds. I know this is so popular from Teddy B's. Like everyone's always looking for it in the D stashes. Everyone's always trying to find it. They're always sad because they never have enough. It's a huge favorite. Luckily, I do have another backup, Souffle. And this is a gorgeous scent. When it comes to Teddy B's Earl Grey scents, they're just top of the best. Like just no one does Earl Grey scents like Tiffany. I don't know what it is with her Earl Grey or her blending or what, but I just can't compare it to anyone else. Like I love an Earl Grey scent from everyone, but it's truly not the same. I love St. Valentine. I love Earl Ingstad. Those are just some of my top scents across all vendors, and this is included in that. It's a beautiful Earl Grey. Lavender milk is not an herbal lavender, not a sweet lavender. It's really this creamy lavender milk, and the Boardwalk marshmallow clouds adds like this such a pretty vanilla vibe to it. It's like a very super creamy Earl Grey lavender latte, and it's gorgeous. There's a reason that people are head over heels crazy for this one, and it's worth it. Sophisticated confectionery, creamy butterscotch, oak barrel, and notes of bourbon, warm vanilla sugar, and frothy vanilla foam. This one, when I first got it, this was my first Teddy B's order ever. I tried to melt this when I first got it, and I got zero throw. But it was fresh when I first got it. At this point, I melt almost all of my Teddy B's with a 1-year cure time, if not a 2-year cure time, honestly. And that's just because of the size of my collection. But I would cure all my Teddy B's 1 year if I was to choose so, if it wasn't just because of the size of my collection. At this point, I also have a way more sophisticated warmer setup. I think at the time I was working with like 2 warmers, now I have 9. I think I just understand how to make wax work for me a lot better. This was at the very beginning of my wax journey, so I'm still figuring it out. And when I open the bag now, the butterscotch is booming in there. So I have a lot of hope that when I melt this again, it's gonna be everything I want it to be. and I love the scent. It is a little bit like there's some warmth from the bourbon, but it's not an amaretto note. This beautiful creamy butterscotch, super sweet, a little bit of oak barrel in there. It is honestly a very edible, super delicious butterscotch, which is a little bit of wood in the background. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm excited to try it again this fall, 2 years later, and see how it'll work for me. Pumpkin spice plus cake batter, warm pumpkin spice, brown sugar, rich cake batter, and vanilla buttercream. This one's pretty much as it says. It's one of those ones where it just smells like what it says. You get pumpkin spice, and you get like this very creamy bakery back note, which is the cake batter. So a nice creamy bakery with pumpkin spice. Chai tea plus cookies, signature sugar cookies, vanilla shortbread, and warm notes of chai tea. This one is super good and I love it, but I'm a big chai lover. To me, the chai that is in like Antisocial Moms Club and Hot Pie is a completely different chai from this. That's a very toned down chai in those blends. That's very like Starbucks chai, you know, like bland chai kind of for the masses, if I would have to say, where it has like a fall spice feel, but that's really it. In this blend, however, I get a lot stronger of a chai. It smells more true to like a truly spiced made chai tea, and it's a lot stronger and more complex and deeper. And I love chai, so I'm all for that. It's not really like a smooth out chai, it's more of a true chai. You get the cookies in the background, and I love chai, so I think it's great. That type of nice spiced chai with cookies. Vanilla pumpkin plus cashmere, vanilla pumpkin, marshmallow fluff, cashmere cream, and vanilla birch. This one is a gorgeous blend. I would not mind if the scent came back also. You do get like that nice vanilla pumpkin. You know, if you're familiar with vanilla pumpkin from Bath and Body Works or anything, you get a nice dose of cashmere cream. And you do get the birch in there. It's a very cozy scent with that cashmere birch combination. That same combination you get in cookies and cashmere blends of the cashmere with the birch. It has this cozy fall winter feel. This one's with that hint of pumpkin. It really makes it fall-like. For this most recent pre-order, I did put this on the polls with Earl Grey tea because I think that would just be a stunning scent. Like, I can just see the cozy cashmere with that hint of vanilla pumpkin really being deepened out by an Earl Grey to kind of match with the birch and create this depth to the scent that is even more than it is, like a cozy depth. I think it would just amp the scent up to have an addition of Earl Grey. It got a lot of notes, but now votes. It got a lot of votes, but not enough. But now I'm thinking, man, Earl Grey would go good with cashmere and apples too. So I can't decide if I want cashmere and apples with Earl Grey or this vanilla pumpkin cashmere with Earl Grey. But it is very beautiful, both of those. I'm really excited for this fall to melt. Like some favorites re-sniffing here. Well guys, stunningly enough, I think we have reached the end of my Teddy Bees collection. So that means as of to date, if you want to watch my entire Teddy Bees collection, it'll be Teddy Bees collection 1, 2, and 3, plus the pre-order that we just got in May, and plus the May RTS. So all 5 of those videos, the 3 collection, the RTS, and the pre-order from recently in May, together make my Teddy Bees collection at this given time. So that'll be my whole collection now. I'm sure it'll morph and change as I use things, as we get this next pre-order in we just ordered. So maybe I'll do another one in a few years or something, but hopefully you enjoyed that. I have had many other Teddy Bees scents that I've already melted through and are now long gone out of my collection that were beauties. If you have any questions about any Teddy Bees scents, literally you can just hit me up on Facebook, message me, comment here. I'm really familiar with a lot of them. I love Teddy Bees. It's honestly probably my favorite vendor, along with L3 probably. but the complexity of her blends is really what does it for me. Like, I love the complexity of Teddy B's blends. So I hope you guys enjoyed the full collection. Have a good day.